The M1911 is far more than just a weapon. It is the culmination of a century of mechanical engineering excellence and profound technical mastery. Every single micron of this legendary design carries its own soul, a silent testament to the precision that defines this historic American masterwork. We look back at the original blueprints of John Browning, where every line represents a solution to the complex challenges of early automatic ballistics. In this space, the boundaries between raw metal and functional art disappear, replaced by the cold, hard logic of mathematical perfection and mechanical durability. This is a journey into the heart of the forge, where raw materials are transformed into a symbol of reliability that has lasted generations. To understand the M1911 is to appreciate the weight of history and the incredible dedication required to achieve such a flawless mechanical balance today. The silence of the workshop is a prelude to the violent precision of the machine, a place where legends are born from solid steel. This is where the story begins, in the cold embrace of the metal, waiting for the first cut to define its future and legacy. Now the transformation begins. Modern CNC machines exert immense force, carving into high-grade 4140 steel with the surgical precision of a master sculptor. Steel yields to the relentless power of the carbide bit, as the rough block is stripped away to reveal the elegant frame hidden inside. High-pressure coolant flows like a river, protecting the integrity of the metal while the machine dances through its complex and pre-programmed geometric paths. Every pass of the cutter brings the M1911 closer to life, establishing the critical tolerances that will eventually determine its legendary accuracy and performance. There is no room for error here. A deviation of a single hair's breadth would mean failure for a machine designed for life-saving reliability. Even at this early stage, the muscularity of the 1911 is evident, a skeleton of steel waiting for the human touch to become smooth. Advanced technology allows us to achieve shapes that were once impossible, ensuring that every internal pocket and thread is perfectly placed for operation. The strength of 4140 steel is legendary, chosen for its ability to withstand the immense pressures generated by the powerful .45 caliber rounds. The machine has done its part, providing the foundation. Now the frame is ready to move from the digital realm to the human hand. Every component is verified against the master standard, ensuring that the marriage of slide and frame will be one of absolute mechanical harmony. The cold efficiency of the machine now meets the warm intuition of the craftsman as we transition from mass production to individual perfection. This is where the magic truly happens. While machines create the shape, it is the human hand that breathes life into the cold steel. Hand filing is a meditative process, a slow and deliberate removal of material to ensure that every corner is smooth to the human touch. Lapping is the secret to the 1911's famous smooth action, using specialized abrasive compounds to mate the slide and frame together perfectly. Two separate pieces of metal are now learning to become one. They grind against each other until all friction is eliminated from the system. The goal is a fit so tight that there is no rattling, yet so smooth that the action cycles with the fluid grace of silk. A master gunsmith doesn't just look at the metal, they feel it. Their hands detect imperfections that no digital sensor could ever hope to find. The trigger pull depends on these tiny surfaces. We polish them until they are as smooth as glass, ensuring a crisp and predictable break. The residue of the process is cleared away, revealing the beautiful hand-fitted relationship between the components that will define the firearm's character. Every tap is calculated. Every movement is deliberate. This is the art of assembly, where dozens of parts begin to function as a unit. Sanding the flats ensures that the final finish will be uniform and deep, removing any remaining imperfections from the initial machining stages. Quality control is constant. If the light doesn't reflect perfectly, the work isn't finished. There is no compromising on the pursuit of perfection. What remains is a mechanical masterpiece, where the tolerances are measured in 10,000ths of an inch, achieved entirely by the human touch. The foundation is set. The frame and slide are now a perfect pair, ready to receive the internal components that provide the power. The heart of the M1911 lies within its internal components, a complex array of small parts that must work in perfect synchronization. Each spring is calibrated for a specific weight, providing the tension necessary for the cycle of fire, extraction, and reloading to occur. The sear and hammer engagement is the most critical contact point, requiring absolute flatness to ensure a safe and light trigger pull. The firing pin is the messenger of force, a slender rod of steel that must move freely within its channel with zero obstructions. Tuning the extractor is a lost art, requiring a delicate touch to ensure that every spent casing is pulled reliably from the chamber. The mainspring provides the hammer with its striking power, a hidden force tucked away inside the grip of the pistol. A trigger should have no vertical or horizontal play, sliding like it is on ball bearings to give the shooter maximum control. Safety is paramount. The thumb safety must engage with a tactile and audible click, locking the sear with absolute mechanical certainty. The iconic beaver tail grip safety is a hallmark of the 1911, designed to protect the shooter's hand while ensuring the weapon only fires when held. Modern lubricants ensure that these high-stress parts operate with minimal wear, preserving the precision of the fit for many thousands of rounds. The assembly is a puzzle of steel, where every piece supports another, creating a rigid and reliable structure out of many parts. The frame is now alive, a complex machine ready to be mated with the barrel and slide for the final configuration. Each component is a gear in a lethal clockwork, requiring a level of attention to detail that borders on the obsessive. The barrel is the soul of accuracy. Its internal rifling is a spiral of perfection, designed to stabilize the bullet for long-range precision. Fitting the barrel hood is a critical step, ensuring a consistent lockup every time the gun cycles, which is the key to accuracy. The bushing supports the muzzle, acting as the final point of contact that ensures the barrel returns to the exact same position. The sound of quality is unmistakable. When the barrel lugs lock into the slide, it is a sound of absolute mechanical commitment. The swinging link is a classic Browning design, a simple yet effective way to unlock the action and allow for reliable feeding. The moment of truth arrives as the slide and frame are united. This is the culmination of hours of hand fitting and careful measurement. One final pin locks the entire system together, turning a collection of parts into a functional, powerful tool of precision. The recoil system is the heart of the cycle, absorbing the energy of the shot and returning the slide forward with authority. The action moves like it is on glass. There is no grit, no hesitation, just a pure, fluid motion of perfectly matched steel surfaces. Everything is in its place. The tolerances are tight enough for accuracy, but generous enough for the legendary reliability the 1911 is known for. A bank vault lockup is the hallmark of a custom-built 1911, a physical manifestation of the gunsmith's skill and dedication to the craft. It is a beautiful dance of engineering, where every part has been touched and perfected by a human hand before being put to the test. The mechanical cycle is complete. The pistol is now ready for its final transformation, the finishing process that will define its look. We now move to the finishing tanks. Hot salt bluing is a traditional process that transforms the surface of the steel into a deep protective black. The chemistry of the bath creates a finish that is not just on the metal, but part of the metal, providing a timeless and elegant appearance. Emerging from the depths, the M1911 takes on a new identity, a dark and brooding aesthetic that speaks of its power and history. The chemicals are neutralized, leaving behind a surface that is both beautiful and resistant to the elements, ready for a final polish. Hand polishing the finish brings out the depth of the color, a labor-intensive process that results in a surface that feels like liquid metal. Every marking is a badge of honor, a reminder of the heritage and the uncompromising standards used during the entire creation process. To complement the cold steel, we choose the warmth of natural walnut, carved with precision to provide the perfect grip for the shooter. The installation of the grips is the final touch of color, a classic combination that has defined the look of the 1911 for over a century. Functional beauty is the goal. Every texture and every finish serves a purpose, ensuring the tool is as effective as it is stunning. A final coat of oil preserves the finish and gives the steel a deep, wet look that highlights every curve and every sharp edge. From a cold, square block of industrial metal to a refined work of art, the transformation is now complete and the legacy continues. Here stands the M1911, a masterpiece of mechanical design and human craftsmanship, a testament to the enduring power of classic engineering. Feel the power of the cycle. Hear the definitive sound of steel on steel. This is the heartbeat of a legend that will never fade. Precision is not just a goal, it is a promise. A promise that this tool will perform when everything else fails, time and time again. The M1911 is more than a tool. It is a companion, a piece of history that you can carry, built to last for generations. The work is done, but the story of this steel will continue in the hands of those who appreciate the very best in mechanical art. M1911. Precise, durable, irreplaceable. A true masterpiece of mechanical engineering in the legendary hands that bring it to life.